All right, it's me again. Hey, I'm gonna forewarn you. This one might be a little longer, but its intent is to kind of educate or maybe bring some light to some things that the media is not sharing with you. Um, May even trigger a car conversation this weekend with your spouse, or maybe a dinner debate. Who knows? But let's just talk some facts. And these are numbers that I'm reviewing from our Coastal Carolinas Association of Realtors. It's our local affiliate association regarding the MLS and transactions in our market. That's a wide area of coverage geographically. It touches into the southern end of North Carolina here along the coast, out into Marion, and then down into Georgetown. So kind of a wider segment, but from a high level, it kind of talks of a trend. So let's jump in a little bit. And what I want to bring light on is, if you were once considering, hey, is now the time to sell our home, and you're in that thought process, well, you might have missed the mark. Well, really, have you missed the mark? Let's kind of take a deeper dive. Yes, I understand. Well, okay, even if I can sell at a higher price point, given the valuations in the marketplace, I still have to buy. So we're going to pick up on that topic as well. So little by little, let's kind of walk through this. At the end of the day, it's not really my opinion. It's more or less sharing some data facts with you to maybe get your mind wandering, and ultimately, what is your real estate end goals? Okay, the first thing I want to take a deeper look at from a measurable standpoint is our inventory. This report is going to come from the CCAR, our Coastal Carolina Association of Realtors. This is for September of 2022, anticipating the October figures to come out mid next week. But until then, let's kind of take a deeper dive in the data that we have historically. You'll notice here, the inventory for September 2022 is reporting in at just over 2,500 homes, 2,511 to be exact. Now that's single family again that we're taking a look at. That's a 29.2% year over year increase. So yes, is our inventory available on the market in the active status increasing? Yes, it is. You can see the previous months of August, July, June, etc. You can see the lower points of back in February, March of this year, when you heard about all the bidding wars and homes were flying off the market as soon as they were listed, etc. The market has somewhat stabilized. We're still in a shortage of inventory, but this kind of tells that story a bit. So now we're currently sitting at roughly about 2.7 months worth of active inventory in the single family home market. That was as of September. What does that mean? Well, it means that it is still the market as a whole here in the Grand Strand or the greater Grand Strand is weighted to the homeowner side, right? If there's only 2.7 months of available inventory, even though there's more inventory than there was, say, start of the year, first quarter, it still is low in the grand scheme of things. The buyers available inventory to choose from is still lower. Hence, let's take a look at this next slide here. We can see, even though we have an increase in number of homes available on the market and an increased days on market, September's reports brought to us an increase in the median home sales price up to $360,795. That's 11.2% increase year over year. So even though we've seen a slight tick up in active inventory to market, hence the potential increase in days on market when you take in some external factors, interest rates, inflation, recession talks, etc., the sales price has still increased. We're going to talk about how that all plays a part when you have to go back to market and buy, but you can see the favorable conditions. If you're a homeowner considering selling, you may not have missed that wave entirely. So segueing into the purchaser mindset, the buyer. So if we're out shopping for a home, we take great appeal to the fact that there's more homes on the market for sale today than there was earlier in the year. That means choices, that means selection, that means options, that means maybe some leverage to negotiate with the homeowner. But if the interest rates are keeping you on the sidelines, should they really be? We don't want to miss the wave per se entirely, right? So let's use the expertise and professional guidance of a real estate agent. Hopefully that'd be us here at Grand Strand Coastal Realty. But make sure you're partnering with an agent that knows how to negotiate. And it's not solely, hey, what is the purchase offer price? It is, what does that entire agreement or contract offer show? How is it a win-win for both the homeowner and the prospective purchaser of the home? Are there any seller credits involved to where, hey, you may give them their full asking price without asking for a purchase price discount, but if the homeowner is giving you some credit towards closing or buy down of your lending interest rates, why not take advantage of pursuit of that dream home and maybe that move up or move down even? And if the market has you overwhelmed, don't be fear frozen, right? Maybe reach out to your lender before you even speak to a real estate agent to talk about potentially listing your home or buying a home. And ask the question, hey, if we went shopping for a home, what would our pre-qualification amount be based on the initial underwriting of your given situation, etc.? And what are today's current market rates? Get an idea of what that payment might look like in your approximated buy budget. And then say, okay, if we were creative and worked with the homeowner on the home that we would desire to purchase, and they were to give us some financial assistance, that being a seller credit, towards buying down our interest rate. I'm not talking just a 2-to-1 buy down loan option or something creative like that where it's a tiered first year, second year duration of the loan, etc. But even if you focused on a 30-year conventional fixed mortgage, but the seller helped contribute to the buy down of your discount points, and in the current market rate was reduced, say 2%, what does that payment look like for you? Now we're talking in language that the last several years has made us somewhat accustomed to, but historically in the grand scheme of lending, we're still at a lower point than the vast majority of the years, from a lending standpoint. So maybe just have the initial high-level conversations to see, is it worth your while? Sit down within the household and say, what is our end goal? What are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to move up, move down, move somewhere else? Desirable area, schools, all those different variables. But don't be fear frozen. Reach out to us, reach out to a lending institution, talks to your tax accountant, and just area professionals here in the Grand Strand. We're a wealth of information and we love to share those opportunities.